QuarterPipe High Air. X Games 2021 for all the Moto X events finds a new home here. We are at Axel Hodges' compound, known as the Sleigh Ground. Welcome everyone, my name's Jimmy Coleman alongside Mike Mason in the booth. We've got Jack Matroni as our sideline reporter, and well, as we get set to kick off this event, let's talk about the last time it was contested at the X Games. Corey Creed set an X Games height record going 40 plus feet, Mike.
Yeah, that was a pretty amazing feat that he accomplished there in Norway, going high. No weather elements to worry about. You know, you could really push the envelope, but unfortunately we lost him this week due to an injury, so it's going to open the door for a guy such as Axel Hodges.
Yeah, Axel Hodges, no stranger to competing here in Moto X QuarterPipe High Air, and he set some record-breaking heights here at the X Games as well.
Yeah, Axel's always been one of those guys you got to take him serious in QuarterPipe. He's always been either right at the top three, no matter what. So he definitely has a chance. It's his hometown event, home course event, if you will, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Axel had to settle for silver there in Norway, but that was 2019, and here in 2021, it is a clean slate here. And as we mentioned, all the Moto X events here for X Games this year get a new home. And if you're wondering what exactly is Sleigh Ground, he has a 40-acre compound about 10-15 minutes or so up in the hills just outside of the city of Ramona. And look at those shots right there, all the mountains right there. You got that reservoir in the background. It creates an epic backdrop here for Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air. So let's talk about that start list. We mentioned that your defending champ Corey Creed, he's out of this one. You mentioned Axel Hodges. Let's talk about some of the other standouts here out of this field of six, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, we got Jared McNeil, who multi-time medalist. Tom Parsons can do anything he wants on his QuarterPipe. He's a very naturally talented rider. It's going to be a stacked field, man. I'm really excited to watch. QuarterPipe's always one of the more gnarly events. These guys really throw some air into that motorcycle.
So you can see the epic background there. I mean, it's what more can you say about this? I mean, you got all the mountains out here. I mean, they've really carved out such an amazing facility out here in the hillside just outside of Ramona. But we started off with a local. This is Cole Denny, born and raised in Ramona, works full-time for his dad's tree company. Now, he's no stranger to this event. He competed in the Nitro World Games higher in 2018 and 2019. Missed the podium there in 2019. Just finished fourth place, but he gets the party started out here at Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air, Mike.
Yeah, nice little warm-up jump there for him. Just get one under the belt, get loosened up a little bit. This is his first X Games. You know the nerves are running high. Hometown event, he's stoked.
So we take a look at Tom Parsons here. X Games 2021, it will be his 9th appearance. We'll see him in a second, but let's take a look at a replay here from Cole's first outing.
Yeah, love the slow-mo shots of QuarterPipe. It really shows how much they maneuver the bike in the air, kicking the feet off, getting a little whip out of it. Spotting that landing smooth. Like I said, that's his first jump. He's got more tries at it, and that was a solid first jump.
So 28 feet 6 inches there to set the bar. This is a jam session, by the way, and well, pretty much the name of the game is you go the highest out here, you're walking away with the gold medal as we bring in Tom Parsons for his first hit.
Yeah, looking a little conservative there, but you got to feel this jump out. There could be a little breeze out there. I mean, the weather's actually perfect, but when you're also getting 30, 40 feet up in the air, you really want to make sure everything feels good. That was probably kind of a test jump just to make sure he's feeling good and start working on the confidence from there.
I think that everybody's just kind of sussing it out a little bit. The wind has changed up a little bit here as we were getting set to kick off this competition. So again, taking a look at the format, 6 athletes in the field, and it's basically just a 15-minute jam session. We're going to run them in the order that we showed you on that start list right there. And like I said, not a lot of gray area in this one. You go the highest, you're walking out of here with some X Games gold. This is 9-time X Games gold medalist Jared McNeil on course.
Jared showing some good height there. I don't know if you guys remember, but a handful of years ago, he actually crashed really bad, hurt his hip, and I know he still says this event makes him really nervous. That, you know, when you crash on something, it lingers in your brain for a while, and good to see him there throwing a solid jump, get a good base going.
So you can see the time at 13:24 and counting down here at Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air. We've got Axel Hodges up next. He is the mastermind behind this venue here at X Games 2021. Let's check in with him for more on the Sleigh Ground facility.
What's up, guys? I'm Axel Hodges. We're out here at the 2021 X Games Moto X venue out here in Ramona, California. Most of you know it as the Sleigh Ground. We bought the Sleigh Ground in January 2020. I built this as my own compound to ride dirt bikes every day and hang out with my friends, and I'm excited to have all these talented Moto X riders out here to put on a good show and do some crazy tricks. We got a good course here. We got every ramp you could think of. There's a lot of elevation changes, so that might come into play. You might see a couple guys going down a hill, go off course. You never know, it's pretty gnarly. We got ramps, we got the wall ride over here. I don't know, there's just so much different stuff going on around here. I'm kind of excited to see if someone do something that's not even part of the course. So one of my favorite events is QuarterPipe High Air. QuarterPipe High Air is off an 18-foot vertical takeoff ramp, and you're shooting as high as you can in the air and coming right back down the other way. Typically in the previous years, we've gone about 40 feet off the ground, 40 to 45 feet. So yeah, it's just scary. You go as fast as you can off the ramp and you're as high as you've ever been on a dirt bike. Key for this one is just grab second gear as hard as you can, go as high as you can in the air, and hopefully land 2 wheels down. So that's it, guys. This is the 2021 Moto X venue. It's kind of crazy. I remember watching Travis Pastrana at the Staples Center doing double backflips when I was a little kid. So I'm so stoked to have X Games come to my house and have all the events out here, and can't wait to see these guys throw down. See you guys at the comp.
So just a little sneak peek at this massive venue out here from the man himself who, coming into this event, he hasn't had a lot of practice time. I mean, he spent a lot of time driving the water truck out here and working on the course build to get everything ready for all of the events. But here we go. We're going to cut him loose here for his first attempt here in a Moto X QuarterPipe High Air. He does own 1 gold, 1 silver medal in this event in years past.
Man, so much for that warm-up jump, I guess. You know, saying everyone's out there trying to feel it out. You can tell Axel's, this is one of the events he's most comfortable on. He just went big right out of the gate. It's so crazy, too, to watch that slow-mo again. They take off basically straight, and somehow they're getting their bike 180, come back down to the landing, spot it again, come in.
So you got Cole Denny with a 28-foot, 6-inch high air. So Axel Hodges with 33 feet 6 inches right there. That puts him in that top spot here in this opening round. But here we go with Colby Raha out of Palmdale.
Colby with a good showing as well. I think he's going to be one of Axel's main competitors. So looking good, man. These boys, they're going to go for it. We were talking 40 feet's probably going to be the number, and right now 38 looks like it just popped in. So they're going to get up higher. Just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it's a jam session. So we're in the first round right here. Still lots of time left to go. We still have 12 minutes on the clock here at Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air as we bring in Tyler Berriman for his first attempt.
Tyler going way out. That's awesome, man. That's so good to see. Tyler with so much style. He looks great. This is going to be a battle, you guys. It's going to be Axel, Tyler, definitely Colby. We're going to have a good fight on our hands.
And we're just getting started here, Mike. Look at that shot right there from the overhead cam with the drone. That just gives you an idea of how high they're sending it here.
So high, and you can see how steep that landing is. I mean, TV's not really doing it justice. That thing is vert. Those guys definitely have to make sure they're getting at least a quarter to halfway down that landing so they don't clip that deck.
Well, we talked about that Norway podium. Tyler Berriman was up there. He got a bronze in QuarterPipe High Air in 2019 as well. So we go back up to the top of the order here. We bring back in Cole Denny, the local boy here, making his first ever X Games appearance.
Looking solid. Like I said, being your hometown event, the nerves going, everything, he looks good. He's in control of the bike. QuarterPipe's one of those events the bike can get a little away from you. So for him to be, you know, first X Games, just kind of on a whim invite and coming out and looking great.
Hi, Mom.
So we got a 38'7", 33.6, and 31.7. Well, there you go. Cole's back in. He was outside in 4th place, so he bumps back up into podium contention right there. So the local boy looking at a bronze medal here as of right now. We'll see if that holds up. We're just getting into round 2 out here at Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air. We're bringing Tom Parsons back in out of Florida.
There he goes, getting a good pop, getting a little more into it. You can hear his bike kind of getting more into the meat of the power there. This event, it's not one I don't think you want to get too overconfident on right away, because you get too high, you lose control of that bike, man. There's really no bringing it back, so to watch Tom kind of build into this thing, he's going to keep going up.
Okay, so that 31.7 is going to hold on to the bubble spot as we take a look at attempt number 2 from Australia's Jared McNeil.
Jared with so much style coming off, he's almost treating it like it's best whip. You know, he comes off right into the whip. He's actually spun the bike as he's coming off the quarter and kind of already spotting his landing, where you'll notice some of the guys are going a little more straight up and getting, 180 in the bike down to the landing. That might hurt his height. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this, but maybe he's sucking up a little of the transition there.
So here we go for attempt number 2 for Axel. He sits in that silver medal spot right now with about 33.5 feet and sending that one.
That was massive. That was full commitment there. Hear the throttle going all the way off the ramp. And these guys are having so much fun with this event. You can hear when he's landing, he's kind of screaming a little bit. And as we check out the slow-mo here, look, he's taking off straight, spotting his landing though, and that head's going to lead the bike, turn it around, finger on the clutch in case he has to work the back brake a little bit and get that bike into shape, and lands it smooth.
It's just amazing how inverted they get coming off the lip of that quarter pipe right there. So that'll bump up the height a little bit. Not going to overtake Colby Raha though. So 36.5 feet now for Axel. So it's still Raha, Hodges, and Denny. You're 1, 2, 3. Just,
I guess Colby's not holding nothing back. He's out there. He's going to prove a point. He's on Axel's property. He's going to tell him, look, man, I got the same skill as you, buddy.
Just say there. I mean, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Take a look at it in slow-mo here.
You can just tell when he's going up to the ramp, he's hitting it harder, he's being more aggressive, and he's powering all the way off the ramp, and that's what it's going to take. These guys still got plenty of time to feel it out, but Colby, I think, is making the statement.
Colby's a former gold medalist in this event as well. He also owns a silver and a bronze. So he's in the 40-foot range. I think that just beat Corey Creed. It did. I think that just beat it by 1 inch. So he just set a new X Games record with that height.
Amazing. These guys push it every year. When we think we've hit the max with something, these guys come out and do more and more. And this must mean they're really confident in the setup. Maybe in Norway something was a little off. It was a different ramp. It was, over in Europe, their specs, and here you can already tell these guys are going for it.
So Behrman jumps up there, so he's in the bronze medal spot right now with a 32.4. But let's talk about Colby Raha, 40 feet 9 inches. We talked about Corey Creed and that record in Norway in 2019. Colby Raha just bested that by 1 inch.
And something tells me he's not done either.
I was just going to say the same thing. Like, the way he's riding right now, I don't think he's anywhere near through with that.
I'm really stoked on Cole, though, man. Like I said, anytime you have a first-timer at an X Games hometown event, it's cool to watch. He's riding solid. He's probably got a good home team watching him, and stoked to have some new blood out here.
So Parsons back in for attempt number 3. Again, it's a 15-minute jam session out here. We are marching towards the 8-minute mark here. And again, just to recap, we've set a new X Games record for quarter pipe height here with 40 feet 9 inches. That spot being held on to by Colby Raha as of right now.
I know it's still early, but I think we're starting to see the top 3 kind of separate themselves a little bit, and who we're really going to have to keep our eye on. There's what I was kind of talking about. You can see Jared, he's going more whip style on it, and I think it looks awesome. Tons of style. I'm just wondering if that's what's kind of, like sucking up his suspension a little. Like right here, you'll see you can see the wheel slide off the top of the ramp, spinning his bike around.
It kind of flattens that thing out
mid-rotation. Yeah, and it might just zap a little bit of his height. The other guys are kind of riding straight off it, wait until they're all the way off the ramp, and then spotting the landing, turning the bike.
Okay, so as of right now, you need to go higher than 32 feet 4 inches if you're going to crack into that top 3. Axel Hodges sitting in that silver medal position as of right now.
That view kind of made me dizzy. I started getting lost for a sec, like a little vertigo or something, man. He's loosening
Stop
up.
talking for a second. Just watch that shot. That was amazing.
I had so many things I was going to say, and then I just locked up right there. So
we both did. See if that bumps up Axel at all. It looks like that one's not going to best his last run score, or last run height, I should say. Oh, jeez.
One thing I want to say
about Colby Raha right now.
I was just going to say, one thing I do want to say about Colby is, he's actually factory Husqvarna through the Rockstar team, and that they probably helped build his bike. I know I talked to his mechanic Andrew Bauer, and they were out there 6 hours a day testing just for this event. So where he knew his strength was for X, and he's really shining right now. Just so much commitment. I can't tell you guys at home how much commitment that takes to ride straight up a jump and know you're going to 180 and come back, not clip that deck. He's landing perfect every time. He was fully in control.
And with time still, that's a second height up in the 40s. He's still going to stick with that second attempt, but I mean, he's got 2 heights up in the 40s here and just looks calm, cool, and collected out here as we bring back in Tyler Behrman out of Marietta, California.
Tyler, definitely each run, he's starting to get a little more confident. I know he has the talent to get up there. I'll never forget the picture of him in Minneapolis, just fully upside down, American flag hanging behind him. He was almost up in the rafters. So as time goes on here, he should get a little more confident. I could see him pushing, you know, trying to get up into that 40 range.
Yeah, he's sitting in a bronze medal spot as of right now, but we got about 6.5 minutes left to go on the jam session here. We still have plenty more to go here from Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air, but as of right now, it's Colby Raha looking at a potential gold medal and setting a brand new X Games height record with 40 feet 9 inches. We've got still more to come when we come back to Axel Hodges Sleigh Ground for the conclusion of Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air.
This game's is all about progression, and to watch Colby come out within the first jump, make the statement, I think we're going to see some more height going on.
Well, Colby Raha is coming into X Games healthier than ever and is hungry to get back to competition. Let's hear more from Colby right now in this Wendy's Athlete Profile.
During COVID, I just been kind of free riding and having fun. Bought a house with some property, so that was cool. Pretty rad BMX trails and a little mini ramp for the 110. We built up some jumps pretty quick. I designed it to where I can do as much as I can. Now X Games is back. This year I'm actually stoked. I think it's the first time I've gone into X Games completely healthy. Who do I think is going to be ready? Obviously Hodges, you know, he's got like the literal home court advantage. It'd be sweet to beat him at his own house. That's the goal. I don't know how he'd feel about it, but I mean, I'd be stoked.
Well, you talked about it, Mike, trying to make a statement out here, and he's done just that by looking super calm, cool, and collected out here, and again, setting a brand new X Games QuarterPipe high air record out here at 40 feet 9 inches. But we put a quick pause on the time clock there, and now we are about to get back underway here with a little bit over 6 minutes left to go here in the Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe high air. Again, Raha in that top spot, Axel Hodges in that number 2 position with a 36-foot 6-inch high air, and Tyler Behrman with 33 feet 3 inches. That is your 1, 2, 3 as of right now, but there's still some time on the clock, and we go back up to the top of the order with the local boy, Cole Denny. He's just sitting outside of that top 3 right now, Mason.
Yeah, he is. Like I keep saying, I'm stoked for this guy, man. He has got a solid showing going right there. He's getting into it more and more, and you always want to see a first-time guy just get through the event. You know, if he can push up for a medal, that's awesome. But if not, enjoy the experience. Like I say, he's got family here. It's his hometown, man. Enjoy the experience. Get invited back next year. Push it more and more each year.
And that just bumped him back in. He's back up into number 3 right now with 34 feet 6 inches. So he overtakes Tyler Behrman. So we bring in Tom Parsons here. Just under 6 minutes left to go here on the jam session.
Yeah, Tom he's on cruise mode. You know, I think whip is probably more his forte, obviously, but he's probably stoked on this. It is whipping the bike, but it takes some nerves of steel to go up where, you know, Colby's at, 40 feet. He's almost, you know, 11, 12 feet higher than Tom's going right now. So that's pretty scary to be up in that neighborhood of the air.
So Tom sits in that number 5 spot, 28 feet 1 inch. That's what he's looking at for his best attempt. Here comes Jared McNeil once again.
You know, looking solid, still getting some good air under him. You know, go ahead, Jimmy.
I was to say, Jared, obviously not liking how close that drone got to him right there. You saw him pointing at that thing and kind of yelling as he rode away.
That makes for good footage for us.
Dude, I landed in that drone.
You can hear, dude, I landed. That drone was right there. All right, so here comes Axel Hodges sitting in a silver medal spot as of right now.
Nice acceleration off the line. He's really getting it. Using both brakes there to slow down. Axel's pushing it. I feel like he's still got some in the tank, though. I mean, we've seen his edits. We've seen what he's done in Norway. He can definitely get up there and contend, but sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Colby has just been so aggressive on this thing. I think Axel's trying and, you know, probably thinks he's getting close, but man, Colby's almost on another level.
Well, before we send him, let's check in right now with Jack Matroni, who's down there in the pits. What's the vibe like right now, especially after setting a new height record here at the X Games, Jack?
Sorry, my mind is just absolutely blown watching Colby send it down here. Every single person is just shaking their heads in disbelief with how high these guys are going. I ran up to Colby. I was like, did you even know you just broke the new record? He's like, no way, fired up. And so it is just unbelievable down here right now. Holy cowabunga, boys.
So here we go. Tyler Berriman, he was in a bronze medal spot, but Cole Denny bumped him out. Can he jump back up here? We're at the 4-minute mark.
Really, we should be down there with Jack on the floor, getting the full experience of this event. It is intense how high these guys go. I'm sure if 80% of you viewers at home were standing on top of that landing, you'd start getting shaky knees. It's almost like you're afraid of heights type of thing. These guys are pushing it, and Jack's probably got the best seat in the house down there.
You gonna put that on your comment cards for that? Try to get us down there in front of the action.
Definitely. I'll sit right in front of the ramp.
So here we go. We are just underneath 4 minutes left to go here in the Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air event out here at Axel Hodges Playground. It is Colby Raha with a brand new X Games height record sitting in that top spot at 40 feet and 9 inches. But again, time's still on the clock, so it's far from over. We go back up to the top of the order with Cole Denny, the local boy, looking at a bronze medal as of right now. Oh, that was scary to watch, Mike.
He's actually cutting it tight. He's landing right, on the other side of the quarter pipe, basically. You'll notice some of the other guys like Raha and Axel are getting middle to 3/4 of the other side of the landing. Cole's cutting it tight, but I like that. He's going straight up, straight back down, full control, and sitting in a bronze medal right now.
Now you need 34 feet 6 inches if you're going to crack into that top 3. Bringing Tom Parsons back in. We are working our way towards 3 minutes left to go here in this 15-minute jam session. It's Raha, Hodges, and Denny for 1, 2, 3.
As time winds down here, you got to wonder if Colby's actually happy with his height, if he's going to keep pushing it. Because, I mean, this event is scary. Anything can happen. So you wonder when he starts kind of getting into defense mode unless Axel starts kind of pushing up on him.
See that stat right there. Most X Games medals all time right there. Mentioned that Jared McNeil's got 15. That's all across all Moto X disciplines, by the way.
Jared having some fun with it. He probably knows he's not going to compete with 40 foot 9 inches, but
so you can see the drone backed off him a little bit after that last run.
He made it known that drone was too close, but look at the footage we're getting from it. It's awesome to have drones out here, be outdoors, kind of experience how high these guys are going.
Jared down there in that 5th place position, 28 feet 5 inches, his best height. So we're at under 2.5 minutes. Axel Hodges had bumped up to 37 feet 2 inches. What's he got this go around?
There we go. Getting into that ramp. That had to have been his highest. That looked like he was the most aggressive there. And you can just hear the stall out when him, Colby, Cole, they all get up to that top. There's just a stall out where the bike's basically weightless. There's no motor noise, and then get that bike swung around. Probably about right there. He's just hanging on, kind of waiting to see what the bike's going to do. Turn the bars down, get spotted on that landing. Landing perfect.
So far, he had a 33.6, a 36.6, a 36.3, and a 37.2. Again, pre-run in that silver medal position, just waiting on his height to pop up here in our monitor. You said you think that one might be his highest one.
Just based
it's just
off
hard to tell from our vantage point with some of the camera angles that we get. But again, prior to that, his best was his 4th attempt. That you see posted up with that 37 feet 2 inches right there. But again, just waiting for that official height to come in there.
I just felt like he was a little more aggressive going into the ramp and a little more aggressive coming off, and had that stall out. Like I said, that's kind of when you're popped up there. You're kind of in no man's land and waiting to come back down.
So as you're watching, we do pause the time clock right there while we get that all sorted out. So the time has stopped as of right now. But again, I mean, we got to keep talking about it. I mean, he broke that X Games height record. Corey Creed, we talked about at the top of the show. Norway 2019 was 40 feet 8 inches. And then Colby comes in here with 40 feet 9 inches. And again, I mentioned earlier, he's got 2 heights in the 40-foot range.
You can just hear it. He's so aggressive going up to the ramp. He's got that bike in RPMs going up to the ramp, and then when he hits that ramp, he's not backing down at all. A lot of these guys are kind of creeping into the ramp, setting up, and then once they hit the transition of the ramp, they're getting into it. But Colby, man, he's starting, coming in hot, and then just hitting that ramp hard. Fun to watch. This is a fun event. It's hard to explain. I keep saying it, but how high these guys actually are. Mild breeze out there, that kind of plays into it. You don't want to get blown off this thing, go, backside of the landing or something. So these guys are going for it, man. They want medals.
Yeah, that wind has not really been much of a factor out here at all. And I mean, this was the one that I was most worried about when I heard we were going to be doing this outside. I mean, we've had it inside out there in Minneapolis and as well as Norway the last couple of years. So, I mean, the first time to bring this outside, I was definitely coming into this with a little bit of bated breath.
Yeah, dirt bikes aren't something you want to mess around with if it gets windy. X Games has done an amazing job of planning a schedule around, you know, early mornings or afternoons just to make sure we're avoiding that. But it has been nice out here today. And, you know, when I say there's a little bit of wind, I'm talking bushes are barely moving, but when you're 40 feet in the air, you could feel it a little more.
I mean, so it doesn't look like much, but I mean, when you're up there in the air, I mean, every little bit counts.
Definitely.
Taking a look at the monster VIP station right there. Just a handful of people allowed on site out here, so that is the hangout spot for industry friends as well as some of the staff. So we're just waiting for the height to come in there for Axel Hodges. So in the meantime, let's check in once again with Jack Matroni while we wait.
I'm here with Colby Raha. Colby currently holding the world record here at X Games, 40 feet 9 inches. What's going through your head right now, Colby? I mean, we're looking at this in disbelief. Can't believe what we're seeing. What's it like through your eyes?
I'm just trying to just keep going higher and not crash, really. But yeah, like I feel good about it. I think I got 2 more runs, so see what happens.
Even though you're in first, you're still trying to raise the bar.
Yeah, until it's over, man. I want that gold. You know what I mean? There's a lot of money on the line. Let's get it.
You've been working pretty hard for this. It must feel pretty good to be sitting in that top spot right now.
Yeah, it feels good. I did put a lot of work in, and yeah, we won't know till it's over. So I'm just gonna try to keep going higher.
All right, keep going higher. Best of luck to you, Colby.
Thanks, Jack.
I think that's the motto we all got to live by. Let's try and go higher and not crash. I should have thought of that my whole career.
Like I said, hey, it's not over till it's over. He wants that money. He wants that gold. He got gold in 2017 at QuarterPipe High Air when we were back there in Minneapolis. We mentioned Axel's got a gold medal in this event as well. He got his in 2018 in Minneapolis. But again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, like for years, I mean, we had this inside. So to bring this outside here to the sleigh ground, it's definitely a new element here at the X Games.
I was going to mention that earlier, too, that it's crazy that Colby, Axel, Cole, they're going this high outdoors with, like you said, limited spectators. There's really no one out there, you know. Imagine if these guys were in a packed stadium or a packed arena. They'd be up in the rafters, no problem, because they've already got that much adrenaline and that much will on this event. I can't imagine if they had adrenaline of the crowd as well.
I tell you what, pandemic or not, I don't know how many people would be up here anyway if this was a normal year. I mean, it takes some work to find your way up here to Axel's compound.
It does. It's a little bit of a hike, but it's worth it. Like you said, the backdrop, the views, everything, the course. It's an amazing spot for X Games.
I mean, not to take anything away from the arena events, but I mean, you got some really awesome images to look out there in the background with the hills outside of Ramona there and the reservoir down there.
What place is he in? He's in third? Hell yeah. How high?
So you can hear some of the guys just talking it over down there. Axel asking about Cole Denny. Just finding out that Cole's actually in third, wanting to know how high. Well, he's 34 feet 6 inches. That's how high he went to put him in that bronze medal spot as of right now there, Axel. And again, I mean, look at the size of that thing. I mean, that QuarterPipe is massive.
It is huge. It's intimidating looking. When I was looking at it earlier this week, I'm not even afraid of heights. I've jumped motorcycles my whole life, and I can't picture myself doing what these guys are doing right now.
So we are getting word that we lost the height meter there on Axel's last run. So he is going to re-rack, and they're going to give him a rerun. That is what we're being told as of right now. So Axel sent a big one right there, and the height meter wasn't working. So he's going to go back to the start, and he's going to get a redo.
Needs to use that as some motivation, because I really do feel that was his best jump. He was up there. I don't know if it passed Colby, but at least put some pressure on Colby to keep going.
Oh, look at Bilko making an appearance out here.
He's always getting TV time somehow.
I know, Blake Williams always finds a way to find himself in front of the camera here.
He's 90% Australia right there. Look at that crew.
That's the...
Hey, look. Hey.
So here here we go, back up and running for Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air. We're going to give Axel Hodges a rerun here. That last attempt, the height meter was not working, so he gets to go back to the start here and try this attempt, and then we will get the jam session clock back underway. So far, his best attempt that we've seen thus far was his 4th attempt, which is at 37 feet 2 inches, but here we go again on the rerun.
Good rebuttal there. You can hear him. He's starting to go into the ramp a little faster, actually get momentum into the ramp and then carrying it all the way off the ramp. That's what Raha's doing right now. That's what it's going to take to beat him. I don't think that was over 40 feet. But like I said, keep the pressure on Colby. Colby knows he's got to keep trying, so get close to him.
Well, you heard him say it's not over until it's over. So he's not letting off the throttle figuratively and literally.
I love that attitude too, because if I had a 2-foot lead right now, I'd be like, I'm just going to barely go off this thing and see what happens. I'm a very conservative rider.
So it improved the height 38 feet, so he's getting there. He's slowly working his way towards 40, but that's going to keep him in that silver medal spot here as we're looking at just under a minute 20 left to go. Your current leader in for attempt number 5 here.
Man, I mean, looking at the board, Colby's lowest is 38.7, and Axel's highest was just 38.8. So Colby's warm-up runs were basically beating Axel right now. He spent so many man-hours with his mechanic getting this bike dialed for this event, and it shows. I mean, you know, equipment's going to help. Suspension, if you're comfortable with your bike, you will push it. Maybe some of these guys like Tyler, maybe Axel, maybe just a little iffy on suspension and not willing to push it like Colby is.
All right, so Tyler Berriman taking us out of the run order here. He got bumped down to 4th. So can he trade the favor back there with Cole Denny? Berriman's best height so far is 33 feet 3 inches. That was from his 3rd attempt.
Tyler always making it look easy no matter what the height.
So he's done just that. He's traded back. So 35 feet 6 inches. He's now in that bronze medal position. So we have one more round of runs to go here at Monster Energy Moto X QuarterPipe High Air. Can Colby Raha hang on, or will Axel Hodges press the issue here? And the question I want to know is Tyler Berriman and Cole Denny, that's really been a battle. Those two have been trading off back and forth for that bronze medal position. It all comes down to this last round here. So here you go, one more time around with the local boy. This is Cole Denny.
Nice, that was good and smooth. You know, I'm so stoked for Cole. Handled the situation well. So much pressure coming onto him. He was kind of a last-minute invite. Probably didn't have a whole lot of prep time. He works a full-time job. And to come out here and be competing for a medal, it's great to see.
Yeah, works full-time for his dad's tree company, and I wouldn't be surprised one bit if he wasn't out here helping out the guys with the course maintenance and everything leading up to this event, and, you know, finds himself in his first ever X Games. So that is not going to be enough. So he's going to settle for 4th here as we take one more look at Tom Parsons.
Tom was just kind of on cruise mode this whole thing. I'm sure once he saw the top 3, he's like, I'm not going to mess with that. I'll stick to whip. You know, that's my event. Go for it. Stoked, though. Stoked to see Tom out here. He's always a fun guy to watch.
So the last rider in the mix that is on the outside looking in. This is Jared McNeil. It's Jared's best height so far. He's at 28 feet 5 inches here.
Looks like he's happy with that. He'll take it. He's out of this event safe. Like I said, it bit him a couple years ago, and moves on to see another day. And there you go. There's Jared McNeil that I know.
See, he's been awfully quiet and rather tame out here today, except for that one time when he was complaining about the drone. But there you go. That's the Jared we know and love. All right, one more attempt here for Axel Hodges. Can he get it done in this final attempt here?
Oh,
look at the hang time. Wow.
He used up every inch of that landing. He definitely started pushing more and more. This was such a great event. We had some big air time going on with these two. I still don't believe that was enough to get Colby, but not for lack of effort, man. He was trying. Can't even see any of the course in that shot right there. He's so high.
So that was his best one of the day at 39 feet 2 inches, but it is not enough, and he will stay in that silver medal position with 2 riders left to go. One of them sitting in that top spot, and he is due up next. Talking about our X Games record setter here today, Colby Raha. He's throwing variations here in the last go-around.
Yeah.
Why not, Colby?
I think it's safe to say he was feeling it. Freestyle motocross is so weird with like that. With any discipline, you know, you can just tell some guy shows up to a course or to a ramp or whatever, and you can just tell there's something different about him that day. And that was Colby today, Moto X, quarter pipe, high air. You know, he just came out, never had a jump under 39 feet, I believe, and 38 feet, I'm sorry. And, you know, pleasure to watch him, man.
Yeah, that was his lowest one of the day at 38 feet 6 inches. I mean, his throwaway run, if you will, the next highest one after the one that's going to be top spot, was still high enough to still win this contest. 2 runs at 40 feet, but 1 rider left to go here to take us out of Monster Energy Moto X quarter pipe high air. It's Tyler Berriman.
Yeah, Tyler's going to be stoked walking away with a silver medal. That's what X Games is all about. Sometimes you know when it's your day, you know when it's not your day, and for him to walk away with a medal, and I think one of the gnarliest events in freestyle motocross, got to be stoked with that.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler's got 4 total medals in this event. He's got 2 silver, 2 bronze, so he's going to walk out of here with another bronze. Make that 5 total quarter pipe medals for him. But I mean, there you go. You set a new X Games record and you walk out of here with gold. It's Colby Raha taking the win out here at X Games 2021. The Monster Energy Moto X quarter pipe high air. Axel Hodges taking the silver, and Tyler Berriman walking out of here with a bronze. Mike Mason.
Awesome event. That was really fun to watch. It was fun to see Colby come out. Like I said, he had a little point to make on Axel's property. Proved his point. Axel never let us down. He pushed it the whole time, and stoked to watch Tyler, as well as the local kid Cole. He was right in there hunting for a medal, and maybe next year.
Yeah, I was super stoked for Cole as well. I thought he was going to squeak in there and get that bronze, but Tyler Berriman comes in and takes that away at the end. But again, I mean, you get a gold and you set an X Games high air record right there. So it's a twofer here for Colby Raha. Let's send it down right now to Jack Matroni, who is with our winner.
Colby, congratulations. You set a new record. You got yourself another quarter pipe high air gold medal. What's running through your head right now, brother?
Man, I am so stoked. There's so much work goes into this stuff, and these guys are they're not messing around. We're going so high, it's crazy. In order to beat these guys, we really have to go like stupid high. So stoked, very stoked to pull it off, and I just want to thank my whole crew that actually helped me get to this height is the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna team. They really worked with me a lot and helped me get everything set up with my bike. And then all my sponsors, you know, like Shoei Helmets, Shift Racing, FTW Shred Company, yeah, Margin RV, Go Big Truck Performance, and a bunch of people. You know what I mean? I'm just stoked, man. It's a lot of work nowadays to get a damn gold medal, so I'm
That's
pumped.
right. That's right. And for everybody that was watching and just like their stomachs dropping, getting the chills, like what is it like from your perspective to be hanging out at 40 feet on a motorcycle, breaking new records?
Well, I always explain it like, you know, you don't get to exactly enjoy it when you're up there. You're kind of just laser focused on the landing, making sure you stomp it. So yeah, but I mean, once it's over with, it's all worth it. This is all worth it right here, so I'm stoked.
Was it personal between you and Axel? Is that a little motivation here?
Yeah, I definitely want to beat him, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm definitely very motivated to come and beat him, and to pull it off is insane. And you know, props to him and Bierman and everybody else just killing it. So these guys are no joke, and to pull off a win is huge. I'm stoked.
The competition continues. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
and congratulations
thank you, Jack.
once again, Colby Raha.
So there you go, Colby Raha taking home quarter pipe high air X Games 2021 gold.
Yes.
So we come into this with our defending gold medalist from Norway, end up taking a crash in practice. We did not see him compete out here. However, it's Colby Raha, Mike, that comes in and sets a new X Games height record.
Yep, Colby did not disappoint. Axel didn't disappoint. Tyler didn't disappoint. We definitely missed Corey Creed out there. Hope he's at home healing up well, and we'll see him next year.
So when it's all said and done, it's Tyler Berriman walking out of here with the bronze, his 3rd bronze medal in the event. Axel Hodges with his 2nd silver, and Colby Raha takes home his 2nd ever X Games quarter pipe high air gold.